Hi there, everybody. It is me, Raina Robin, and we are back with a Pokemon tier list. So last time we did Generation 2, which includes my all-time favorite of all, which is Lugia, as well as some pretty heavy hitters as far as like designs go, and then some pretty good middle ones too. But a bunch of mehs. There is a bunch of meh in Gen 2. But now we're about to hit up Gen 3, which most people consider one of the better generations. For me, definitely has some strong ones. Like for instance, Trico. The entire Trico line is under the high stuff for me because I love reptiles, and to be honest, all three. Oh, okay, not all three of them. I like the little Trico and I like Sceptile, but Grovyle is a middle child. It has that middle child syndrome where it's like meh, but it's like Sceptile though. I love Sceptile. He was always the one I chose, even though uh, he isn't like the best one of Gen 3. Blaziken or Swampert are the two best of Gen 3 starters. But speaking of which, we'll just go ahead and do that now while I'm right here. Anyway, Torchic is cute as heck and is a little bird, so of course it's up top here. Combuskin, I've never cared for Combuskin. Even its shiny is like pretty awful. Like nothing good about Combuskin. Blaziken, its shiny's bad, but it's definitely a more solid design. Like, yeah. Blaziken's something I would always remember. Mudkip and Mudkip's kind of got the same story going. It's like the first form is cute, the second one is just, and then Swampert. I love Swampert. Like it's just a big badass mudfish. Bam. That's got. Actually, I noticed Gen 3 kind of has that trend where it's like the first and final stages are great, but then the middle ones are just, whatever. Poochyena, I like Poochyena. He's a cute little like puppy wolf. Um, no, he ain't that cute. He's cute, but he's like maybe here. And I actually like Mightyena too. Like same level here. Um, I love their designs. They're like some of the more solid dark types as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Zigzagoon. First of all, we'll start with the main form. Normal Zigzagoon is kind of like it's recognizable, but it's like, it's a raccoon. Galarian, I can only think of the band Kiss if you're old enough to know what that is or not, but definitely high up there, like here. Same with the Galarian Linoon. Like it just makes you think of the band Kiss. Like there you go. And then like normal Linoon is like kind of that, eh. Uh, the Wurmples, yeah. Here we're just gonna do this real quick. Wurmple and its cocoon forms are kind of whatever. Beautifly is nice looking. I'd put it up here. Like it's a better looking butterfly than Butterfree, in my opinion. Like Butterfree looks more accurate to a butterfly, I should say. Well, actually not really. I think Beautifly hits it better. Pardon me. Anyway, Dustox on the other hand is kind of like whatever. Yeah. Um, the Lotad line, to be honest, can all go under. Actually, Ludicolo. Ludicolo gets points from Mirror B. Like he's definitely up here more, just because of Mirror B. From Exegale Darkness. Like that's Ludicolo gets that like best battle music to go with it. C dot line, to be honest, it's just an acorn with legs. This one's just a, I don't know. I do like the Tengu style of Shiftry though. Like this one definitely higher up here. I think that yeah, these two can be near each other. I like how it looks like a Tengu. Like if you know what a Tengu is, it's kind of like a bird monster from like a more Japanese folklore, I think. But it's got like the way the Tengus are. They have really long noses, like a bird-like, or not really a bird-like kind of face, but everything else about them is supposed to be like, I don't know. It's just that's what I know it's referencing there. Talo, it's just a little, like, it's just a little bird. He's a little sassy, but not really like writing home about it. Swellow's a little better. I like where the Sassiness has kind of become like self-assurance, so he knows he's cool, but it's not like, again, nothing I'm like gonna go writing home about. Same with Wingull and Pelipper. They're kind of here. They're birds. Like I like birds, but you know they're whatever. The Ralts line, Mega. Okay, Baby Ralts, kind of whatever. Like it's cute. Curly is like kind of a stage or two better up here. And then Gardevoir definitely hitting home, like, and not for the reasons that people would think. Man, I tell you what, people on the internet be whack. I don't know what's wrong with some of y'all. I mean, Gardevoir looking good, but not that good. You know what I'm saying? Surskit's kind of cute. Like it can go up here. And then Masquerain I kind of like a little better than Surskit. Because it does look like an angry face with a smile. But, yeah, Gen 3's got some decent ones. Like, I haven't really put too much in the... Well, actually, I've put a lot in the meh. But, like, it's been meh or A. There hasn't been much B ranking. So, it's pretty solid difference. Shroomish and Breloom. Shroomish, yeah, it's just a little plant with, like, a face. And then Breloom... I really don't care for Breloom's design. Like, it looks like a messed up man shroom or something. I don't even know. The Slackoth line, Slackoth himself is alright, but I'm not writing home about him. Vigoroth is a little better. He like more active. But then again, the opposite is slacking is just slacking. So like these two are both B class to me. Like that's kind of where they go. I like their designs better than just Slackoth. Like the Nincada line. I know there's not too much to say about some of these. It's just like I don't really know what I can really say about them, you know? Like they're here. Also, I will note that Gen 3 got like didn't they get the most amount of megas and or primals like out of any generation that got them? Like I'm pretty sure they got like the most love for Gen 6 enhancements. Anyway, Nincada line, Nincada himself, kind of whatever. Like it's baby cicada. However, Ninjask looks pretty dope. Like I put him up here. That's just such a cool design. Plus he's got like he was the first thing to have speed boost, which was like a good gimmick for him. Shedinja, I just like that it's a straight up discarded dead Pokemon, but it somehow worked out. It's getting one was the weirdest thing when no one knew about it. It's like how the hell do you get one? But that was another cool thing about it is like you got 2 evolutions for the price of 1. So, the whole Whismur line, I don't really care for any of them. Like they're one's supposed to like hate noise, but then the other 2 are all about noise, and it's like Makuhita, yeah, I don't really care for Makuhita. Hariyama is a little cooler. Like he's up here. He's not that great, but he's like, you know. Zurill, baby Pokemon, get it out of here. Nosepass, though. Look at the schnoz on this guy. He's, like, up here for me. And it only gets better next generation, so there's a spoiler alert for you. But yeah, the schnoz is just hilarious. And then, like, its lore is that it can only face north because it's a compass. Like, all that stuff. Skitty is absolutely adorable. Like, yep. I'm a cat and dog person. What can I say? I love him. Yep, Delcatty. Delcatty, honestly, is more of a... It's another XD Gale of Darkness bonus because it was the first boss Pokemon you ran into. And it was surprisingly tough to deal with because it came with, like... It had its Shadow move, and then it had, like, Thunderbolt and, like, Water Pulse. Like, it had coverage, and if you weren't ready for it, it would take you out pretty fast. Mega Sableye. Sableye himself is kind of cool. I think you can go up here, like somewhere in the... You go in the B section. I like the fact that he's just like a little gremlin with jewels. And to be honest, the animator Terminal Montage made him look like Stitch, kind of the way in his mannerisms, which is funny. Mawile. Mawile itself is kind of a meh. Like, it's a neat idea, and when I first saw it, I was like, that's a big mouth. Then I realized it's just the back of its head, and then I realized what it's based off of, and I was like, it's all right, but whatever. I'm just gonna. I saw a couple megas. I'll just put them where they belong real quick. Yeah. If you look at the mega section, like most Gen 1's got a lot of the G Maxes, but then Gen 3's got a lot of the megas. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. That's the trend. Gen 2 didn't get too much. Like, if you look at this little chunk here, actually, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Gen 2 only got Mega, Ampharos, Steelix, Scizor, Heracross, Houndoom, and Tyranitar. Gen 1 got megas of, like, everything. Anyway, back on track here. But I'm just saying, Gen 3 definitely got a lot of love for, when Gen 6 came around. That's definitely for sure. Like, and like I said, I'm just kind of prematurely moving these mega forms to where they belong here. Anyway, back on track here. Aeron. I like Aeron. He's a cute little metal dinosaur thing. He can go up here. Honestly, not amazingly better, but still growing better as he goes. And then he becomes Aggron, which is just like, bam, super dope. Again, I will show a fair amount of favoritism towards the steel types, because I love, like, they just look so cool. Like, actually, how many do I have in my list right here? Technically 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not that many steel types are getting love, but a lot of them are definitely higher up on the rankings than most of them. Like, unless they're a real meh steel type, like Magnemite and Magneton are like, yeah, they're cool, whatever. But, like, unless they're a really dope steel type, like, they're staying pretty low. Wait, did I skip one? Oh yeah, Scizor. I did skip. Okay. Anyway, Meditite, meh. Little yoga man, that's cool. Medicham, kind of like, whatever. Electrike, I do like little dog. I like little lightning dog. He can go here. And then Super Saiyan dog goes a stage higher at least. Like, miniature's cool. He's got a lot of stuff going for him, but it's mainly the fact that he looks like a Super Saiyan. Plusle and Minin, honestly, are just weak for Pika clones. Like, they were the least amazing Pika clones so far. Volbeat and Illumise, they're cute, but they're like, whatever. They're not really that great. Roselia was one of the first shinies I ever saw before I even knew shinies were a thing. So it definitely comes up here for me, because it was like the first shiny I saw. It was really nice. I love the black and purple flowers. Gulpin and Swalot are both kind of on this. Actually, I like Swalot's Fu Manchu mustache. He kind of gets something up there for me. Like, I like its face. It's like a kissy face with a Fu Manchu mustache. Carvana just had too much in the colors going on, like blue, yellow, orange, red. Like, there's too much going on with him. Sharpedo cleaned it up a bit, though. In fact, Sharpedo cleaned it up a lot. Pardon me, I might have hiccups. Yeah, Sharpedo is like just a cool design for me. Carvana just had way too much going on with him. Wailmer's kind of whatever. Wailord, though, is just, again, it's kind of like a cleaner design than the previous one, but still just a big whale. Numel was kind of whatever. Camera Up, though, was cool. I liked Camera Up. He's always pretty cool to me. Like, he literally has volcanoes on his back for the humps. Like, that's pretty cool. Torkoal, I love Fire Turtle. And I love his cry. Like, his cry was originally like more of a hissing sound, but they eventually gave him this like ooh, and that just made me laugh every time I hear it. So he definitely climbed up. They definitely like made him cooler. Spoink is cute. I like Spoink. Spoink's a cute little pig. Grumpig is not as much. Like, he's actually pretty low down here. He can go bottom of the B rank for now. Spinda was definitely a meh. It's like the rarest shinies if you can get shiny Spindas, but it's like otherwise it's whatever. Trapinch Trapinch went through some changes. Like, he starts off as this thing, little antlion. Then he becomes a cool dragonfly. Like, as you can see, he just kind of climbed up the ranks with each evolution. Then Flygon. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I like Flygon. I wish Flygon would have gotten some kind of like mega or regional variant or something that made it more popular. Cacnea, I kind of like Cacnea. You can go up here. Like, Cacnea and Cacturne aren't bad designs in any way. They're simple, but they get the point across, you know. Bam. Pretty solid. I don't really have much to say about them. Swablu and Altaria, though, yeah, they're just going to come right up here for a few reasons. First of all, they are the first shiny. Literally, the first time I saw a shiny Pokemon was a golden Swablu, and I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this thing yellow? Is it my game glitch? Like, I almost deleted it. I almost released it out of fear that it was a glitch in my game. And then I looked it up. I was like, ever glitch weird colored Pokemon that's like shinies? I'm like, what? Apparently this is a cool thing? Okay, cool. Literally the first ever shinies. Plus they're hella cute birds. Like, you can't go wrong with them. Zangoose, I like the Zangoose to Viper mechanic, or like the rivalry, but they've kind of like stopped caring about it. Like, I wish there was a way, I wish they would show it off more, you know? Like, Zangoose is kind of like down here for me though, style-wise. Don't really care about Zangoose. Viper is definitely top up here. Yep, there he is. Love Viper. I love his design. Lunatone and Solrock are just the sun and moon, so they didn't like really like make me go, oh. Same with Barboach and Wishcash. They're just catfish. Corphish himself was kind of derpy little lobster, so he kind of got me a giggle. And then Crawdont was cooler, like, and then it became kind of cooler battle-wise, but it's still not the sauce. Like, he's close, but not there. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm rushing these things, by the way. I'm really not trying to rush them. It's just the fact that I don't really have any strong feelings towards some of these, you know? Like, they're just, they exist, cool, but, like, that's really the most they're gonna get out of me. It's like, I'm happy for their existence. But not so happy that I'm gonna lose my mind about them or have a big to-do about them, you know? So, okay, Baltoy, again, Gen 3, like, not too many stood out to me, you know? Like, Claydol's kind of cool, but not really much cooler than Baltoy. Lileep, meh. Cradily is also kind of meh. For fossil Pokemon, they didn't really hit me hard. Anorith and Armaldo, though. Anorith, I like to use a cute little, like, bug rock thing. And then Armaldo has a lot going for him, but the color palette's, like, at least pleasing. So he's up here. Fossils will probably get more treatment, or better treatment from me than most others. Feebas was like, okay, it's just another Magikarp scenario. Like, Milotic is beautiful, like, it's coming up top, but it's just another Magikarp. That's all it is. But not even as cool a Magikarp. Like, they do nothing to make Feebas seem cooler. Castform, base Castform is kind of whatever. I am gonna rank the forms of them because the Megas are obviously winners or Gigas are obviously winners compared to the previous forms. But like something like this will go elsewhere. So like, I like Rain Castform a little better than normal. Hail Castform, I'd say out of the bunch is probably the best one. Fire Castform is kind of like next to Rain. Like, it's alright. It's an improvement on the original, that's for sure. Kecleon was cool. He was also one of my first shinies. Like, literally Gen 3 gave me some of my first OG shinies that I liked. And then I saw what shiny Kecleon in Mystery Dungeon looked like, and I was like, where the hell is that thing? Why can't I have that as like an event Pokemon in my game or something, you know? But yeah, Altaria and Swablu, Kecleon, and Roselia. Actually, you know what? We're going to boost Roselia up here just for the same reason that we have these two up here. Because it's like, these three were the first shinies I caught on my own terms, not knowing how they worked or how to get them easier or nothing, like full odds. 1 out of, what was the original odds? Like 1 out of 8,000 or something. That I managed to get these 3 in the game just by off chance. I was so stoked, especially after I found out what they were. Like I said, I almost released Golden Swablu out of fear that it was a glitch. And then I find out and I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. I'm glad I got one. And then all of a sudden I had these two, and I was like, oh, I have more, and they're all so cool. And they came all the way up to Gen. They made it up to Gen 4, but then my freaking copy of Pearl like had an issue, and I lost them all, and I was so sad. I have yet to actually retrieve or receive these three again. And honestly, when it comes to Scarlet and Violet, I've been attempting to find shiny Swablu, but no luck. Because I'd at least like to get one of my shinies back. I just realized I missed out on Paldean Tauros, but we can't really do those because they're not part of this list. So any Paldean variants will be part of the Paldean setup. So the 9th one of these videos. Just as a heads up there, because they're not part of this tier list. Like, this tier list doesn't go as far as Paldea. It goes as far as Legends. And that's as far as I will go as far as this tier list is concerned. So, why is Gigamax Garbodor at the bottom? I just thought about that. He's Gen 5. He should be up here. Why is it all the way down at the bottom of... Whatever. Okay. I guess that's how they did this. Alright, anyway, Shuppet, meh. Bandit's lore is cool. I like that it's like, basically if Toy Story was a darker movie, Bandit would be the star. Duskull and Dusclops are really cool. I honestly want a shiny of them because I like the red. They're both, actually, you know what, here's where these two are gonna go. We're just gonna, yeah. I actually really like Dusclops as a design, and Duskull's like a close second. Tropius, I honestly really like Tropius. He's like a Brontosaurus banana tree, which is just interesting. Like, he's not good competitively. He's kind of butt competitively, but, you know. Let me just go ahead and move that where it belongs. Same with these two. See, if I judge the Megas forms, they would all be near the top because they all look good. But anyway, Chimecho. It's one I didn't even know existed for the longest time, and then I finally caught one in the wild. I was like, oh, okay, this is a thing. Absol is one that caught me by surprise because I also didn't know it existed till I ran into one, and to be honest, I was really glad I finally found one because those things are just so cool looking. Wynot is actually an improvement on Wobbuffet. I like Wynot. He's one of the few baby Pokemon that gets a better placement than its adult form. Snorunt, I didn't really care about. Glalie, on the other hand, I thought Glalie was always cool. Like, I like this evil looking thing. It can go up here. Spheal, definitely, he needs to go up here. Just, yeah, right up there. Super cute little ball seal. Celio is also kind of cute. Not nearly as cute as Spheal, but, you know, and the Walrein is just a super extra walrus, but he's still as cool as Celio. Clamperl is weird to me because I didn't know how to evolve it, and nor did I know it evolved. I just knew it had 2 empty spaces past it in the Pokedex. So I'm like, so either this thing turns into something really cool by level up or something else. So I got a Clamperl to level 60 before I looked it up, and then I found out, oh, okay, so this thing evolves through trade, and so I eventually was able to get myself a Huntail and Gorebyss, but it took a long time. So honestly, it goes down here just for the mystery of it. But then I do like Huntail and Gorebyss's designs. Like, they both can go up here in the A rank of things. There we go. Nope, there you go. Yeah, I like both their designs. It's just weird that they come from Clamperl of all things. Relicanth is kind of just a drab fish. But it's funny that he and Wailord are the key to the Reggies. Love Disc is cute, but it's just a little heartfish. It's whatever. Bagon, he's pretty cute. I like Bagon, and I like that it's like so obsessed with trying to fly, it just flings itself off cliffs trying to like fly. Shelgon is one of those cocoon-looking ones. It's like, yeah, whatever. And then Salamence, though. When it finally hatches from that cocoon and gets its ability to fly, bam-o, way up there. Like, it's such a cool Pokemon. And the blue and red just really strike out, you know. Beldum, the whole Beldum line is cool. I like these things. I like this, like, nice blue, and then the red for the eyes, and then they just get better with each one. Like, I love that when you find out that the only way to get them is because after you beat the game, Steven Stone's like, hey, you get to have one too, so that way you can wreck people when they try to beat you. Like, hey, yay! But seriously, the Metagross line is just baller. All three of them are just dope. I love all three of them. The Reggies, Regirock is probably the weakest of these three Reggies. I'd say he's at least in the B section. They're all cool, but Regice, I love the ice one. He can actually, you know what? Hang on, we're gonna, yeah, Regirock can come up here. He's at least an A. Like, all the Reggies are cool. Out of all the legendaries, they're some of my favorites. Just because their designs are so dope. And then Steel is the best one. Like I said, the Steel types just get the best look. Latios and Latios. Now, I've always disliked the fact that these two are basically the same thing, and then their Megas are literally the same thing. However, between the two, their base forms, Latios, I think looks cooler. Like, it's like little feet are better looking. Like, everything about it's just better looking. Because look at Latios, it's got these weird little fins coming off the back of it, which are okay, but then Latios just looks more streamlined. So it looks better. Weather Trio, all best. Like, all of them go up top. For the most part, box art legendaries are probably going to end up here, because they're the ones you, like, really get to know as far as legendaries go. Like, do I even have, yeah, Mewtwo and Mew are up here, but, like, the box art legendaries are probably all going to end up in this sector, because all in all, the box arts are always really cool. I think the weakest box art legendaries we've had are probably Sword and Shield. Actually, no, not Sword and Shield. I'd say X and Y. I'd say Gen 6 has the weakest box art legendaries, and those are pretty cool too. So, I mean, Groudon, Ruby was my first Gen 3 game, and I love Groudon. Like, better than Kyogre, honestly, but you know, I'm going through these Pokedex numbers, not the only one that gets the special term is Lugia. Lugia forever #1. But yeah, box art legendaries are probably gonna just stay near the top, like especially like these three. The Weather Trio is so good. All three of them are good. And their primals and Mega are just amazing. Jirachi also really good. I love Jirachi. Stupidly cute. It's a mythical, but it's like really cute. Like, I like it more than Celebi, obviously. Plus, it was like one of the few you could actually shiny hunt ahead of time. Okay, Deoxys. Deoxys is like Castform. It has 4 different forms that aren't Megas, so they will be treated. And he's the final stage of Gen 3, so look at that. So for Deoxys, normal form, not bad. He's going at least B rank. He like got a little wavy noodle arms. Attack form looks a little more streamlined and epic, so he gets to definitely climb up here. Yeah, I like attack form. Out of all of his forms, I like the attack form the most. Defense form is cool, but it's not like amazing. Like, he's gonna go next to noodle arms here. And then speed form, he just looks like attack form with less stuff on, so it's like, eh. Like, but Deoxys still looks cool altogether, so like, they get to at least be up there. And that's it for Gen 3. So, if you want me to put the Megas and Gigas, or Gigantamaxes, within the ranks of the other ones, I can. Because I do have ideas where I would put them all. It's just a matter of, do I really want to have, like when it comes to, like, the cast forms and the Deoxys, or the regional variants, like, that's one thing, but, like, these are just that same Pokemon, but they're designed to be better than the other one, you know? Like, by all technicality, these things should all just jump up to the best ranks. Except for, like, maybe, I don't know, like, Steel, I'll be honest, Mega Steelix, not a big fan. Same with Mega Altaria, like, whatever on those. But, like, you look at Mega, pardon me again. You look at, like, Mega Charizard X, mainly, like, that is just amazing. Or Gigantamax Charizard, yeah, okay. Like, those aren't just gonna immediately jump up top, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're designed to look cooler and way more powerful than their original selves. So that's why they just get this own little chunk to themselves. They're all amazing. But anyway, that has been my Gen 3 tier list. So I hope y'all enjoyed that one. Gen 3 had quite a good chunk of good ones. Like, They gave us like 122 in Gen 3, and I think I got most of them in the best or number 2 spots. Solid chunk of them. Like, not too many of them ended up in B. Noodle Arms can go up here. He looks better than the other two. There we go. Deoxys spreads out a bit more. But like, yeah, Gen 3, honestly, actually Gen 3 gave us quite a lot of meh too, because it's just like some of them are just, they're alright, like whatever, nothing to write home about. I mean, like I said, this is purely my thoughts on them. Like, I like all Pokemon, but there's some that I just like better. You know, like if I could go straight from like Bagon to Salamence without the Shogun, I could be happier for it, you know? Or like Lunatone and Solrock, maybe there's like some weird dynamic where these two become something else, or maybe they can become like a fusion of some kind. I don't know. I feel they could have done something with those two more. What else? Like Combuskin, it's like, yeah, they're like the awkward middle stage for the starter. That's pretty common. That's how it is for a lot of them. You know, like you look at these two and it's like, yeah. I mean, Wartortle's actually a nice change of pace compared to Squirtle, but Squirtle's just cute. So, not much of a comparison. Or you look at Cyndaquil and Quilava, like, yeah. You know, this is what they start out as, but then they could become cool Typhlosion. Especially Hisuian Typhlosion. Yeah. Like, way better. Anyway, I keep rambling on, but that is it for today, because that is all of Gen 3. We will do Gen 4 next time. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, not scrolling around like an idiot. If you have any opinions, if you have any that you think I placed wrong, go ahead and let me know. Maybe you can convince me that they're cooler than what I think they are. Like I said, I love them all, but there's only so many that belong in this section, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you can convince me otherwise, that maybe some of them belong higher up. And if you haven't subscribed or would like to, that'd be super cool. And until next time, have a good one.